Hey everyone, my name is Yoshi, and today I have another video for you guys, like I always do. But here, now, okay, let me just clear some stuff up before we get into this mock. So this is my first mini mock ever, and I am working on other mocks as well, so expect more from that. But here is, this took me several days to come up with new ideas and build some of the techniques and some of the mechanical advantages, because there's some building techniques I used, and there's also some just stuff that moves around and such. So yeah, this is a mock that I'm pretty proud of. It's not huge, and it took me a couple days because I just had to get some techniques down and some mechanics down, as well as the figures and the setup. So if you saw my The World Was Water Enough animation video, you'll know that I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but I did see Hamilton. I saw Hamilton this February, and it was amazing. The show was great. So in tribute to the show, I decided to make my own mini mock. Now, some parts are a little bare because I don't have enough pieces, but I used as many pieces as I possibly could. So I made my first ever Hamilton mini stage mini mock. All the figures here. This is almost an exact replica setup of the stage, layout-wise at least, with the stairs and everything. Of course, there's a backstage, but I didn't really include a backstage. I included somewhat of a backstage, but we'll go over the figures and later. For now, I just want to get to the actual set that I built. So I used a blue base plate. That's why I didn't have many beige tan pieces, so I used as many as I could. The middle stage does rotate a little bit. We'll go back to that in a little bit. So I'm going to start from left to right. So over here, we have, this isn't actually here, but I did add some stuff, just to make it more pretty. So this is supposed to be like a light that they use for like the lighting in the theater. This is a prop for one of the characters. And now, of course, this isn't here, but this in real life, this isn't actually here, but I included some new techniques to just spruce up the stage. So here is staircase number 1. I tried making a mechanical advantage, having this bring this out, but the staircase is way too heavy for the little rover thing to actually do that. So it's just sort of a show, like, to replicate. Oh yeah, if you pull on this, it will go up. You do have to manually do it though. But it's more of a hint as to how you're supposed to actually get this up. Of course, you're supposed to use your thumb or your fingers, but it's supposed to just, like, indicate that that's what they use to bring the staircase up. When the show starts, the staircase is actually up, and then it goes down during the first act, and then it just stays down like that. Up here, these dotted around here, this little white bulb, these red bulbs over here, this actually rotates a little bit. This little pink bulb that is actually on like it's sort of like a camera. These are all supposed to, oh, and then there's a blue light over here. These are all supposed to resemble lights. So in the show, there's a lot of flashing lights, and like, they use a lot of different techniques. So like, they don't actually, the set doesn't really change a lot, because in some shows, they actually change the set. The set doesn't really change that much, other than people might bring in like a chair or a table or two. Instead, they rely on the staircases and the lights to change the set of the theater. Because they use lights to change settings, even though they're not actually changing the setting. It's the same theater, same stage, same props. Anyways. Staircase number 2 does not move. They have a staircase that just does not move. It's just supposed to be there just as a regular staircase to get up to the 2nd level. By the way, this is supported by one brick over here, and the staircases, and that's it. That's what it's being supported by. Nothing else. Everything else is being supported by mere pressure of the plates on the bottom to keep everything sturdy. So you do have to be careful when placing your figures, because this will go down and bounce down a little bit. Otherwise it'll break. But yeah, the whole upper area relies on this staircase over here, this little podium, and this little brick back there to stand up. Staircase number 3 is actually really not visible. This is where the stage ends, and then this is all backstage. I didn't, of course, build a backstage because I don't know what the backstage actually looks like. I wish I did. But yeah, so what I did was, I'll show you that technique later. So, the middle stage, this is like a railing. I'll show you this, railing effect later as well. So what they do in the show is they have rails where they will flip up, and then that does something to the stage as well. I'll show you that all later. But yeah, this flaps up and down. There's the white light that flashes white, of course. Here's a little chain. Nothing much. Just they have ropes dotted around the upper railings. And this is supposed to represent like a shot from a bar of alcohol, and a map or a piece of parchment, because they had that back in the day. And then I got the middle stage to turn around by just simply placing it on a 2x2 swivelly curve round plate, and it swings around just like that. It's very nice. Obviously it won't go that fast, but it does get the job done. In the very back, if I can get some light in there, there's a little crate in there, just for some storage. They use a lot of boxes and crates to stand on. There's a yellow chair over there. I don't know what's yellow, but it's a chair. And then that is a table, and the red plate on top of it is supposed to represent a red tablecloth. Now, and there's also another sword. And I think there's also, I used a Toy Story Army Man green musket. I wish it was brown, but I used a musket because that's what they had back in the day. Now, I did include somewhat of a backstage. This is just backstage lights. And I wish we could get some light in there. But here's a traveling bag, kind of like a handbag. Hamilton goes around with it sometimes. He puts it around his shoulder. It's sort of like a traveling bag. And then there's another chair right there. And there's actually a wheel on staircase number 3 because of a advantage that it has. And here's the second set of wheels. And in the back, this is one of my favorite parts. This is where some of the cast can actually change into costume. So I actually assigned them to each character. So this is supposed to be Lawrence's pants. So when Lawrence changes into Philip, these are supposed to be his legs. He changes his pants. I was supposed to give him a shirt as well, but I was way too lazy. So this is supposed to be a second costume for his second character, Philip. This is when Jefferson is not Jefferson, and when Jefferson is actually playing Lafayette. This is supposed to be Lafayette's general outfit. So during the Revolution, he was a general, and French was helping, and he was a French general. So this is supposed to be his outfit. And then this is Washington's, I guess, government suit. Because in Act 1, Washington wears only a Revolution general outfit. But in Act 2, he wears a black governor suit. Just a regular black suit. So that's Washington's. And then over here is a golden chest. You have to take it off to actually open it. But inside, you have stuff. You have lots of stuff. Okay, so you have 2 lightsaber handles with black studs on them. These are supposed to represent microphones, because in Act 2, they have like sort of a standoff where Hamilton and Jefferson have a rap battle about like the government and stuff. So these are supposed to be their microphones. And these are also muskets for, or not muskets, revolvers for dueling. Because there's a lot of dueling in the show where people try to kill each other. Family-friendly channel, I know, right, guys? And then when Washington isn't using his sword, I usually just put it in there as well. Alright, now, I'm glad I got to this quickly, because now we have time to show you guys the third staircase advantage. So, that's not the advantage, it's not supposed to come off, but the third staircase is just, to the regular naked eye, it just looks like it's part of the stairwell, like the second story. But this is just here to actually keep it like in hold, so it doesn't break off, so it's like not just rolling around every time. So this is just to keep it in place. But there's a wheel there, and what you can do is you can take the second wheel case, which was in the backstage area, and you can take this off and you can put it on the staircase. So now the staircase has wheels and it can move around. So this is kind of hard when you have the table over here on the middle stage. So what you can do is you can move this over here. And this is actually what they do. They don't just actually take the railing off. The railing just sort of flips open. It like flips to the side. So they just take the railing and they go but obviously I can't really do that, so you just have to take it off and move it to the side. And then you can wheel it around. And then over here, the railing, again, I said they just sort of flip it up. They like flip it up so it like just sort of lays there. But I can't do that, so I just did it that way. And you can. It's a little hard when the stage is moving. You can take the swivelly part out of the stage, so this just stays in place, and then you can just place it there. And that's supposed to be so the characters can go onto it, like in the beginning of Act 2. I think I dropped something, but it's okay. Okay, so now I want to show you, before I end the video, I want to show you all my Hamilton figures. So this is, for a lot of their outfits, I used Hoth Rebellion outfits from Star Wars. So that's Lawrence and Philip. That's Hamilton. This is just an ensemble. Oh wait, let's do main characters first. Here's Aaron Burr. Here is George Washington. And here's Lafayette and Jefferson. And here's Madison Mulligan. So, Hamilton is using Cassian's. Wait, is it Cassian's? Yeah, it is. Hamilton is actually using Cassian's head and hairpiece from Rogue One, the Lego sets. And he's using a Jedi robe for his clothes. I like him very much. I thought the ponytail really fit him well. Lawrence, this is mainly Philip, but you can also use him as Lawrence, because Lawrence has a ponytail as well, but Philip uses just regular hair, like regular shaggy hair. So this is Philip. He's using, I can't remember what face that is, but he is using Hoth. He's using Indiana Jones legs and a Hoth Rebellion outfit shirt. Here's Aaron Burr. His entire figure is, you can't really see him, his face is Lando's face. And his entire figure, the rest of his figure is Rooks from Rogue One. Here's Lafayette and Jefferson. He's using the Hoth Rebellion outfit as well, and the reason why is because this sort of looks like the little, they had like, I can't remember, I don't know what the name is, but they had like sort of a I guess like a napkin sort of type thing that would go around their neck back in the day. If you know the name, please tell me. I would like to know. But I used that, and then this is using Rook's face and ponytail. Originally, this was Hamilton's ponytail, but I thought that this just fit Jefferson much more. Here's George Washington. These are all based off of the original cast, by the way. Here's George Washington. This was my first attempt at making a custom Hamilton figure. The outfit was originally for Hamilton. It's a Hoth Rebellion shirt that I Sharpied blue, and it was supposed to be for Hamilton, but I ended up using it for Washington instead. Washington just uses a regular black face and a Pirates of the Caribbean sword. And that's Washington. And then the last main character is, this is Madison and Mulligan. So I used, Finn from Last Jedi and Force Awakens. I used his head and his hair because that's what the original actor for Madison and Mulligan sort of looked like. He looked like Finn a little bit. And of course I gave him the Hoth Rebellion outfit. And then I have 4 ensemble characters. None of them are named, none of them are based off of anyone, just ensemble. Here's a dude with a Lando. These are all using like Resistance and Rebellion outfits from Star Wars. So here's a Lando type figure. Here's just a regular figure. I think that's using Bruce Wayne's face actually. So yeah, Bruce Wayne was in Hamilton, as you know. Here is another actor. And here is a plain Resistance actor who is using as Ensemble. So those are my figures. And yeah, that was my Hamilton MOC. So I hope you all enjoyed. I certainly did enjoy building it and making figures. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.